Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing. Boy, my hair is crazy today. Subscribing and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys and you ladies, this literally is not working. We have some interesting news um, on Aldon Smith. It's funny, I was just talking about Aldon Smith and the Dallas Cowboys having a youth movement. It seems that they're kind of moving on from a lot of the older players. That, in fact, on the current Dallas Cowboys team, we only have 7 guys that are 30 years or older. Everybody else is in their 20s. And adding all of the draft picks that we're going to be adding, that's going to trend that number down, and that's actually a good thing. The thing that's interesting is Aldon Smith. Aldon Smith actually started out like gangbusters last year, and for what the Cowboys gave up for him, it wasn't much. It was actually one of those things that fell into your lap, and he played pretty well. In fact, you could almost say he was the best free agent signing we had. Well, maybe Greg Zuerlein was. Maybe Greg Zuerlein was the best free agent signing, but he definitely helped out on the Dallas Cowboys. Now, we heard that the Cowboys aren't interested in Aldon Smith, and that's kind of a surprise. But there's rumors that there might be some off the field issues, because we know there was off the field issues, which is the reason why he was out of football for 4 years on NFL suspensions. And so that the Cowboys were going to move on from him. Well, word is that Seattle was actually close to signing him a month ago. And he is actually going to Seattle for a visit. Now, not everybody is a fit for you. And, we as Cowboy fans, we want to get every free agent that's out there, or we want to go ahead and change up everybody that we have currently on the roster for somebody else. That's just the nature of the beast. We always figure that the grass is greener on the other side. The thing that mystifies me is this. What happened with the Dallas Cowboys? Because the Seattle Seahawks have wanted Aldon Smith. You'll remember, they wanted to trade for Aldon Smith during the season. Cowboys were like, oh no, we're not trading him. He's part of our future plans. We love Aldon Smith. Okay. I can understand that. I can understand that completely. You deemed him as a guy that you wanted to keep around. 31 years old. Hadn't had any miles on the last 4 years. So he's a young 31. You wanted to keep him. You had an opportunity to get something for a guy that you only signed for basically, what, $2 million? You had an opportunity to get a draft pick for him, but you deemed him as a guy that you needed for your team. And now, you got nothing for him. Nothing. So I'm trying to understand what happened. How did we go from him being part of our plans and we can't give up anything for him to, no, we're not interested? See, herein lies the problem for the Dallas Cowboys. We let players go and get nothing in return. We hold on to players for too long. Oh, let me clean this brush real quick. We hold on to players for too long. We turn around and say, we can't live without this guy. And we hold on to them till they literally fall apart. This is the difference between the Cowboys versus a New England. I remember, don't remember what year, maybe it was 2011, but New England took Logan Milkins, Pro Bowl guard, Pro Bowl guard, who was penciled in, of course, to be a starter because he was a Pro Bowl guard. End of August, end of training camp, traded him to Tampa Bay. This hair is driving me crazy. To Tampa Bay for draft picks. And you looked at that and said, you're taking one of your starting offensive linemen, one of the guys that's protecting Tom Brady, for a draft pick at the end of training camp? But that's the kind of things that they would do. Instead of waiting for the guy to get old and, of course, no longer be able to play and walk away, they take a guy and say, okay, he's going to get old eventually and need to be replaced. Why not I use what he has now to replace him with somebody younger to put into my system? He may not be as good right now as him, but I know 2 years from now or 3 years from now, this guy's probably going to be out and I get nothing. And see, this is the philosophy that they have. This is the reason why New England always has tons of draft picks. It's not that they are incredible in drafting, because they have as many misses in the draft. I get it, rocking my shoe. As many misses in the draft as anybody. But when you constantly have more draft picks than anybody else, you can afford to make some mistakes. You also aren't paying those big things. Because usually in New England, when somebody wants to get paid, it used to be New England would say, we're going to trade you to Cleveland because Cleveland, we're going to get high draft picks. You'll see the Cleveland Browns were one of the best trading partners for New England. Or they would take a guy and instead of paying and breaking the bank for him, they'd let them get a name for themselves with New England, and go someplace else, get a big payday, and get compensatory picks. Now we kind of did that this past year, when we let Byron Jones and Robert Quinn and things like that go. But it's kind of crazy that we held on to a guy to then just turn him loose when we had the opportunity to get something. What do I know? Maybe he'll sign a big contract. That would be ideal for the Cowboys. Maybe we end up getting a fifth round or sixth round compensatory pick at least, because this is before the May 3rd deadline. If they sign him after May 3rd, then Cowboys it won't help the Cowboys as far as compensatory pick wise. Oh well. Apparently Seattle definitely has a thing for Dallas Cowboys linemen, because they also signed Kerry Hyder, as well as now looks like Aldon Smith. Crazy. All right, y'all. I'm going to get back to work. Peace.